What if I told you that the greatest soccer player of all time almost never became a professional athlete? What if the boy who would one day win the World Cup, break scoring records, and inspire millions around the world nearly had his career ended before it even began? For over 2 decades, one name has defined football excellence: Lionel Messi. To some, he's the greatest player in history. To others, he's the most naturally gifted athlete the sport has ever seen. But his journey wasn't easy. It began with a small boy in Argentina who was told he wasn't growing normally. It continued with a risky move across the Atlantic Ocean, and it ended with one of the most emotional moments sports has ever witnessed. This is the story of how Lionel Messi became the greatest soccer player ever. The boy from Rosario, Lionel Andres Messi, was born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina. Unlike many modern sports stars, Messi didn't grow up wealthy. His father worked in a steel factory, and his mother worked several jobs to help support the family. But there was one thing everyone noticed about young Lionel. He always had a soccer ball. Whether he was at home, in the street, or with friends, Messi seemed happiest when he was playing football. At just 5 years old, he joined a local youth team coached by his father. Even then, it was obvious he was different. While other children kicked the ball forward and chased after it, Messi controlled it with incredible precision. The ball seemed glued to his feet. Coaches couldn't believe what they were seeing. But just as his football future began to look bright, a serious obstacle appeared. At age 10, doctors diagnosed Messi with a growth hormone deficiency. Without treatment, he would remain significantly smaller than other children. The treatment was expensive, far too expensive for Messi's family to afford long-term. Suddenly, his dream seemed to be slipping away. Several clubs in Argentina admired Messi's talent, but none wanted to commit to paying for his medical care. It looked like one of football's brightest young talents might never get the chance to develop. Then, a miracle happened. Barcelona takes a chance. In the year 2000, Messi traveled to Spain for a trial with FC Barcelona. The club scouts were stunned. Despite being smaller than almost every other player on the field, Messi was clearly the best. He dribbled through defenders with ease. He scored goals effortlessly. And most importantly, he played with a confidence far beyond his age. According to football legend, Barcelona sporting director Karl Rexach was so eager to secure Messi's signature that he wrote an agreement on a paper napkin. The club agreed to pay for his medical treatments and bring his family to Spain. For Messi, it meant leaving everything behind. His friends, his hometown, his country. At just 13 years old, he moved thousands of miles away to chase a dream. It was one of the biggest decisions of his life, and it changed football history forever. La Masia and the making of a superstar. Barcelona's famous academy, La Masia, had produced talented players before. But Messi was different. Every age group he joined quickly became too easy. Coaches consistently moved him up to play against older and stronger opponents. It didn't matter. He still dominated. His speed wasn't overwhelming. His size wasn't intimidating. But his intelligence, balance, and ball control were almost impossible to teach. As the years passed, excitement around Messi grew. Some youth coaches even claimed he was the most talented player they had ever seen. That is an extraordinary statement, considering the number of future stars who came through Barcelona's academy. By 2004, at just 17 years old, Messi made his first team debut. The football world was about to discover a new superstar. The Guardiola era. Messi's career reached another level when coach Pep Guardiola took charge of Barcelona. Under Guardiola, Barcelona became one of the greatest teams ever assembled. Alongside midfield legends Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta, Messi helped create a style of football that seemed unstoppable. The team dominated possession, passed opponents into exhaustion, and attacked with breathtaking speed. At the center of it all was Messi. Guardiola made a crucial tactical decision. He moved Messi into a false nine role. Instead of staying near the opposing goal, Messi dropped deeper into midfield, confusing defenders and creating space for teammates. The strategy revolutionized modern football. Defenders didn't know whether to follow Messi or hold their positions. Either choice usually ended badly. Barcelona won trophy after trophy. League titles, Champions League titles, domestic cups. The team became legendary, and Messi became its greatest player, breaking every record. By the early 2010s, Messi wasn't just winning trophies. He was destroying records. Every season seemed to produce numbers that sounded impossible. Goals, assists, hat tricks, individual awards. In 2012, Messi achieved something many experts thought would never happen. He scored 91 goals in a single calendar year. 91. To put that into perspective, many professional strikers don't score 91 goals over several seasons. Messi did it in 1 year. The record shocked the football world. He won Ballon d'Or awards repeatedly. He became Barcelona's all-time leading scorer, then La Liga's all-time leading scorer. Defenders knew exactly what Messi wanted to do. The problem was stopping him. Even when opponents placed multiple defenders around him, he somehow found a way through. Fans began comparing him to Argentina's greatest football icon, Diego Maradona. Many believed Messi had already surpassed him. But one major achievement was still missing: the World Cup. The rivalry that defined an era. No discussion of Messi's career is complete without mentioning his greatest rival, Cristiano Ronaldo. For more than a decade, football fans witnessed something unprecedented. Two all-time great players competing at the highest level simultaneously. Messi represented artistry, creativity, natural genius. Ronaldo represented determination, power, relentless self-improvement. Every season became a battle. Who would score more goals? Who would win more trophies? Who would claim the Ballon d'Or? The rivalry pushed both players to incredible heights. Many athletes become comfortable after reaching success. Messi and Ronaldo did the opposite. They forced each other to improve year after year. The result was arguably the greatest era in football history. While fans continue debating who was better, one thing is certain: both players changed the sport forever. Heartbreak with Argentina. Despite dominating club football, Messi's international career was filled with disappointment. For years, critics claimed he wasn't the same player for Argentina. The criticism intensified during major tournaments. The most painful moment came in 2014. Argentina reached the World Cup final. Millions believed this would be Messi's crowning achievement. Instead, Germany scored late in extra time. Argentina lost. Images of Messi walking past the World Cup trophy became iconic. He was so close, yet still so far away. The heartbreak continued. Argentina lost consecutive Copa America finals. The pressure became overwhelming. Some fans unfairly questioned his commitment to the national team. After another devastating defeat in 2016, Messi announced his retirement from international football. The football world was stunned. Could it really end like this? Fortunately, it didn't. Messi returned, and his greatest chapter was still waiting to be written. A new chapter. In 2021, Messi finally captured his first major international trophy. Argentina won the Copa America. The victory lifted an enormous weight from his shoulders. For the first time, Messi was no longer chasing his first title with Argentina. Now there was only one goal left: the World Cup. Around the same time, another shock occurred. After spending his entire professional career at Barcelona, financial issues forced the club to let him leave. The sight of Messi crying during his farewell press conference shocked fans around the world. It felt impossible. Messi and Barcelona were supposed to be together forever. Instead, he joined Paris Saint-Germain and began a new chapter in France. But everyone knew the biggest challenge still lay ahead: the 2022 World Cup. The perfect ending. The tournament began in disaster. Argentina suffered a shocking opening defeat to Saudi Arabia. Many people immediately wrote them off. But Messi refused to let the dream die. Game after game, Argentina improved. Messi scored crucial goals, created opportunities, led by example. His teammates rallied around him. The country rallied around him. Soon, Argentina found itself in the World Cup final against France. The match became one of the greatest finals in sports history. Goals, drama, comebacks, extra time, penalty kicks, everything. When the final penalty was converted, Argentina were world champions. Messi fell to the ground in celebration. After years of heartbreak, criticism, and disappointment, he had finally done it. The image of Messi lifting the World Cup, instantly became one of the most famous photographs in sports history. The final piece of his legacy was complete. Inter Miami and his legacy. After conquering the world, Messi took on a new challenge. In 2023, he joined Inter Miami CF. His arrival transformed soccer in the United States. Ticket prices skyrocketed. Stadiums sold out. Millions of new fans began watching Major League Soccer. Even in the later stages of his career, Messi continued to inspire people around the globe. His influence extended far beyond goals and trophies. He became proof that greatness doesn't always come in the biggest package, that talent, determination, and perseverance can overcome incredible obstacles. Today, Lionel Messi's resume is almost impossible to match. World Cup champion, Copa America champion, Champions League winner, league champion, record scorer, multiple Ballon d'Or winner. But perhaps his greatest achievement isn't a trophy at all. It's the inspiration he provides to millions of young athletes around the world. Because Lionel Messi's story proves that greatness isn't determined by where you start. It's determined by how far you're willing to go. And from the streets of Rosario to the top of world football, nobody has gone further than Lionel Messi. So the question remains, is Lionel Messi the greatest soccer player of all time?